Hello, my loves. Welcome to a new Pick a Card reading. Today, we're going to get you clarity on what your person has left unsaid, what they wish to say to you from their higher self, from their deepest heart. So it doesn't have to be that you're in separation. You could be in minimal contact, you could be in no contact, or you can even be together, but maybe the communication has broken down right now and people are being quiet because they don't know how to bring these emotions out. So that's what we're going to get you clarity on today. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I am Dr. V. I just want to give a big virtual hug to all of the new subscribers, as well as to everyone who's already part of this family. You know how much I love and appreciate you, and thank you so much for being here. So today I have a pick a spirit animal reading for you with 3 groups as always. You can pick from group 1, 2, 3, or you can pick them all, take the messages that resonate for you, or you can also pick through Zodiac sign because we will be assigning Zodiac signs to each group. Some people like to choose their Zodiac sign as well as their person's and then combine those readings. So there is no right or wrong answer. Be gentle with yourself, take what resonates and leave the rest. But if you're at that place where you just want to get guidance on what is going on between you and your person, then I recommend that you are ready for the live reading experience. This is so important to me because I love seeing you on video call. It's very transformative, so much knowledge, so much comes out of this. We video record it if you'd like, so you can play it back and you'll be shocked at how much you discover that's new, even in the second and third viewings. So that's one option for you. The other is I also do pre-recorded video readings. So you have a lot of ways in which to get to your answers. So if you'd like to take a look at my menu, it's at livetarot.com/readings. And if you're the kind of person who loves to pull oracle cards at home, I've also created 2 decks, the Twin Flame Oracle, which I use in every reading. This is the Love Oracle, and the Divine Feminine Entrepreneur, which is the money, business, and career. Both of these are available with free shipping on my website, livetarot.com, as well as Amazon FBA. So all of the links are in the box below. Now let's take a deep breath and let's go through your groups. So for group number 1, we have Guidance of the Butterfly. I gracefully embrace my true self, spreading my wings to new heights and levels of awareness. Group number 2, we have Guidance of the Cat. I am curious about the unknown and embrace the new me that is emerging. Group number 3, we have Guidance of the Unicorn. I allow innocence and delight to lead me. Let's go ahead and assign Zodiac signs. Okay, so for group number 1, we have Leo, we have Capricorn, we have Gemini, and we have Pisces. Group number 2, we have Sagittarius, Taurus, Scorpio, and Virgo. Group number 3, we have Libra, Aries, Cancer, and Aquarius. So go ahead and make your choice and we'll get started with group number 1. My beautiful group number 1 that chose Guidance of the Butterfly, as well as Leo, Capricorn, Gemini, and Pisces. Let's see. What was left unsaid? What do they want you to know about their feelings for you? So we'll start with oracle cards, then we'll do your tarot, and then stay with me till the end because we will get actual channeled messages as well, right? What would they specifically say in words? Forget who you are. Conditioning falls away. Memory no longer defines you. Show simple acts of kindness. A simple act of kindness can energize you and bring happiness to those around you. Evolution. Earth changes, climate change, and transformation. Dragon, discover your... Wow, this is amazing. Okay. I'm getting some really very powerful, transformative energies here, group one, from your person towards you. I feel like what this person is not saying to you at this time, because I think it's something that is so powerfully happening within them that maybe they need a little bit of time to first process it internally. But I feel like they are going through a major shift in their life because of you. Something that this person is not telling you that is really big, what they're leaving unsaid for right now, is the level at which you affect this person. I think you coming into their life has turned their life upside down, okay, in a way that is both scary to them, but also very much about their own evolution. So I am getting that for some of you, okay, from this energy right here, I am getting for some of you, there could be a third party situation, and that's why it's turned their life upside down, you know, but it doesn't have to be just that. Sometimes, you know, it's not that there's any third party involved. It's just we're at a place where maybe we've been stuck for a long time. We've been playing small, living a smaller life, and then love comes into our life and just transforms everything. So that's where this person is, and that's what they're not telling you, because right now, in order to fully be with you or fully step into what it would take to build a life with you, they almost have to kind of forget who they are. So that's why I'm saying for some of you, I feel like this person might be in a different relationship or a different life situation. It could even be geography. You know, it could just be that they live far away. They live in a different culture or a different country or a different region, right? And so in order to come to you, in order to rise into this relationship, this connection, they may have to make some major changes, whether it's moving from somewhere, whether it's leaving a living arrangement, whether it's standing up to their family, whether it's leaving a broken marriage or a broken relationship. There's something here where it's like they are being called upon to forget who they are, as in, you know, let go of the old identity, whatever identity they're holding on to. Right now, it's really scaring them, and that's why they're not saying it to you, is because your love and your connection with them is now asking them to evolve out of that situation or that place that they've been in. And the other thing that I think is being left a little bit unsaid right now is that it was your love and your kindness that made them shift this way. See, I feel like for many of you, group one, you're a very kind-hearted soul. You're a very good soul. You give so much of your love. Sometimes you don't even expect anything in return. You have a very big heart, and you don't even realize sometimes, group one, how much your big heart affects other people, especially those who are not used to getting kindness that much. This person was broken open. Their heart, their soul, their life was broken open simply by your kindness. The fact that you saw them, you cared for them, you cared how they feel, you wanted to know them. The kindness that you've shown this person literally changed their life, transformed them, opened them up in a way that they had been shut down for a very long time. Okay. And that's something that they also maybe have left unsaid. They haven't told you the magnitude. I feel like this person, the main the main message here is that they have not yet had the courage to tell you how deeply you have affected them and their life, because it's scary to them. Okay, the level at which you have come into their life and affected their life, changed their perspective, want how much they have wanted to change and evolve because of you, how much you have inspired them to live a better life, to stop playing small, to step up into greatness, into something big. That's something that they may not have had the courage yet to tell you openly. Like, this is you, this is your influence. So I feel like right now, the other thing they're not saying to you, or what is being left unsaid, is that they are trying to find their courage, because they feel like being with you, stepping into this connection, is going to require a huge evolution in them. Okay, it's going to require them to step up, to evolve, to expand in a whole new way, especially if they have to leave something else, or leave an old identity, or leave an old region or a place that they live, or something that they're in. There's a huge identity shift that this person is going through right now, or they're even asking themselves whether they can shift their identity like this. Not because you've asked them to, but because they know that that is the price of admission, as in that is the cost of being with you. And I don't mean cost in a bad way. It's like the investment of being with you, the investment of having this extraordinary life that they could possibly have with you, is asking them to step up and evolve into a different place in their life, evolve into a person who is ready, who has the courage, who has the strength to come into this connection in the way that you deserve. Wow, that is a really big deal. Okay, this is a really big deal. This is a big connection. So this is not something that this person takes lightly. Okay, so that's another thing that maybe they haven't said to you clearly so far, is that you are deeply important to them. Okay, group one, you are not casual to this person. You are not just like a momentary, just in the moment, just now. You're not a fling. No, no, no. You are very deeply important to this person. Okay, you have been a disruptor in their life. You have changed the course of their journey, their life journey, and they're just reeling from that. So if you guys are right now in a place of confusion, maybe there's some silence right now, it's because this person is trying to get a hold of themselves, okay? They may even be in a very emotionally overwhelmed state right now, okay? Because you have done something to really crack their life open, okay? So this is an evolution. This is a huge reckoning that is going on in this person's mind, heart, life, okay? Everything is shifting for this person. Wow, this is a very big energy coming through here. Seven of Cups, see? That is why, like, I'm not surprised, right? When you have that kind of big shift, that kind of evolution coming, it can definitely cause issues with confusion, the Hermit. It can definitely cause someone going into a bit of a solitude. Page of Pentacles, central energy. Yeah, this person still has a bit of emotional immaturity probably going on. 10 of Cups, beautiful. The Empress, wow, beautiful. Okay. So what else is being left unsaid? What are they not saying to you? I feel like the central energy here is Page of Pentacles. I feel like this person feels like they are a little bit behind right now in terms of between where they are and where you are in life. They are still in some sort of a student mode, okay? Like they're still learning, they're still growing. That's why we got that big evolution card right there. This person feels like they need to catch up to you. They need to catch up to where you are emotionally, catch up to where you are spiritually. maybe even materially. Okay, there might even be a bit of an insecurity here around the fact that maybe they don't have as good of a job or career as you do. You know, they might feel like you are a little bit more on that superior side. Not that you think you're superior, but they may have a bit of insecurity that, you know, they come across as maybe a little bit more immature, a little bit more in the growing stage. Like they're still trying to establish themselves. They're still, you know, trying to grow, learn, get to a better place. And in their mind, look at you. I mean, you are this abundant Empress energy. So that there's definitely a bit of a, right? Like they see themselves as this Page of Pentacles that is trying to become worthy of an Empress, right? So there is a bit of a disconnect there, right? That's being left unsaid. So if they have, you know, insecurity around that, if they have a little bit of low self-worth around that, it's real. Okay, you might already have felt this intuitively because, like I said, you're very kind. I can tell your energy, group 1, is very kind, but it's also very sovereign. It's very like, I know who I am, I know what I offer, I know what I want, and that is why I can show up with kindness, because I'm clear. Those who are very clear can be very kind because they feel very secure, right? A lot of this kindness and understanding comes from your own clarity and from your own security in who you are, right? And so this person adores that about you. They love it. They respect and cherish that about you, but they do feel like they're not quite in that same position as you are. But with you, 10 of Cups, another thing that they want to say or have not said yet or have been leaving unsaid is how much they see their future with you as being the ultimate heaven. Like, you know, maybe they don't want to scare you away, or maybe I feel like they've been hinting at it. They hint at it to you that, you know, they're so happy, you make them so happy. They're over the moon happy because of you. Like they see their whole future with you, but they're also afraid of this slipping away. They're also afraid of losing that. So they may not say it so openly because they feel like if they say it, it feels a little bit like a jeopardy of losing it. And that is why right now they might be taking some time, you know, in hermit mode to resolve some of the confusion of what needs to happen, what do they need to do, where is that old identity that they need to let go of, like what needs to happen in that situation, whether it's an identity, whether it's a situation. They may have gone a bit into hermit mode, been a little bit quiet because they're trying to find that knowledge, that light. They're seeking the light. They're seeking the answer. And there might be some issues in their life that are causing the 7 of Cups energy, that are causing some sort of confusion. Not confusion about their feelings for you, but confusion on how to step up, how to evolve, how to find the courage to make the changes that need to be made in order to actually have you and to be worthy of this Empress energy. Forgive, travel, soulmate. Yeah, see? So this is why I said the confusion here, that 7 of Cups, has nothing to do with their feelings for you, because their feelings for you are very clear. It's a question of what needs to change, what needs to evolve in order for them to truly step up, because you are their soulmate. Okay, you are their soulmate. That is very clear. Remember I said for some of you there could even be like a geographical distance, right? So there could be an issue about traveling to see you. There could be an issue about, you know, just, you know, how to move forward in this. And if they have hurt you in some way, there's some issue around asking you for forgiveness. I feel like they're also afraid that they may have hurt you or let you down because they couldn't maybe give you what you deserve. Maybe they're not in a place yet in their life where they can give you exactly the kind of relationship that you deserve at this time. Okay, so I feel like for some of you there may even have been a misunderstanding, or this person may have stepped away like abruptly. Okay, like they just kind of like you know, said, I'm so sorry, I need some space to think. It's not that I don't want to talk to you. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I just feel like there's too much going on. So for some of you, this person may have stepped away from the connection, not because they wanted to, but because they needed to regulate themselves. So they may also be coming back to ask for your forgiveness because they know that they may have hurt you in that stepping away. So what would they say? What would they say to you? I wish I could take back the hurtful things I said. It was wrong to take out my frustration on you. See? So this person may have been frustrated about things in life, right? And like I said, they may have said something hurtful. They didn't mean to. They may have, you know, stepped away. They may have asked for space and it didn't feel good to you and they want your forgiveness. See? They want to take that back. They feel really bad about it. So not surprising we got that forgiveness card. Oh, we were too different. That's why I'm with someone similar to me. Okay, so this is a special message for some of you who, you know, this person, again, Empress versus Page of Pentacles. For some of you, it may have become an extreme energy where they felt like they're just not good enough. They can't make you happy, right? So for some of you, this person might be going through a time period where they're extremely insecure and they've kind of fallen back on old people or people who are less than, people who didn't expect anything from them, right? Not somebody like you, right? So take that as it resonates. That's not for everybody. But all in all, I still think this person, they're not confused about their feelings for you. They want to sit down with you and tell you everything that they're thinking because they know that this is an issue about them stepping into this new identity and them having the courage to sit with you and talk to you about that. I think this is really beautiful. I love that 10 of Cups for you guys. Okay, so if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you could do the live or the video recorded. You can also order any of the oracle decks that I've created, the Twin Flame Oracle, Divine Feminine Entrepreneur. This one, the love one, is this one. They're available free shipping at my website as well as Amazon FBA. Make sure you check out all the links in the box below. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you all on the next one. My beautiful group 2 that chose the guidance of the cat, as well as Sagittarius, Taurus, Scorpio, and Virgo. Let's see, what was left unsaid? What did they wish to say to you? We're going to start with oracle cards, and then we will do your tarot. And stay with me till the end because we will also be getting channeled messages from your person. So what would they specifically say to you? Keeping up immense effort, advance. Be authentic to who you are. You are asked to be real and true pertaining to who you are and how you feel. Tree of Life, fertility, creativity, destiny, and magical blessings. Angel of Miracles, open your heart and expect a miracle. Okay. So I'm loving this combination here of the Tree of Life as well as miracles. So I feel like there is a really beautiful spiritual energy from this person to you, group 2. And I feel like it has to do with something about your presence, your coming into their life feels like some sort of a spiritual message for this person. Okay, and they may not even be the most spiritual person. I mean, they could be, but they don't have to be. So I feel like there's something like that this person is feeling from this connection with you, from you coming into their life that is somehow changing the energy in their life. And it's almost like they don't know what to do with that, like, you know, because they've never really experienced that before. So I feel like one of the things that maybe they haven't been able to tell you, because maybe they don't really even have the words for it quite yet, is that you feel like a miracle. You feel like a miracle has arrived in their life. But again, they may not have the actual words to say that, okay? Because maybe they don't think in those terms. Maybe their life has been very practical until now. Maybe they're not somebody who's ever even used the word miracle, right? Because maybe they don't believe in them. That's just not something who they are. But there's something about you, about this love that is growing inside of them for you, that is making them believe in things that maybe they didn't believe in before, or it's making them feel like something is miraculous, something is special, okay? And with this tree of life, I feel like what it's doing to this person, that again, they may not yet have the words to say to you, but maybe they're working on it, they're working up to this, is that you make them want to ground into something, like to plant roots, to create life. For some of you, this could even be that they see themselves having a family with you in the future, right? Because we're getting fertility energy from this, creativity, destiny. Again, I feel like this person didn't even believe in destiny before, but now something about you, how you make them feel, is making them feel like maybe there is such a thing as what is meant to be. Like things are meant to be. Things can be destiny. Things can be miraculous. I feel like that is the energy this person is stepping into right now because of you. But again, they haven't, like, maybe this is newer for some of you. Maybe you guys are still getting to know each other. For others of you, maybe you've known each other for a very long time, but something didn't click in till now, that something feels bigger than what it was before. And that is why I feel like they are right now wanting to be really authentic with you. They want to tell you how they truly feel. They want to use the right words, but they do feel like it's an effort. See, keeping up immense effort. So I feel like this love, this connection that they feel with you and for you, group 2, is putting some sort of a spiritual pressure. Not that you're putting the pressure, but they're feeling a spiritual pressure. That could be good, that could be bad, depends on how they're processing it, to keep up with this, you know, to like step up into it, to rise into this new level. And it's requiring them to be very deeply authentic, very deeply real, okay? It's this connection, this love is pushing them out of any kind of way in which they may have performed in their life. Because you know what? That's what's happening in the world right now. What is social media all about other than performance, right? A lot of it is about performing an identity for the world. And even when people are not into social media, because not everybody is, it still seeps into society. And there's something in the energy globally right now where people feel like they have to perform a particular role in order to be accepted, in order to be loved, in order to have a partner, you know, in order to get money, whatever their goal is. There's a level of masks, right? Like people aren't being authentically who they are. And this person may have kind of fallen into that, not because they intended to, not because they were conscious about it, but maybe there's something in their life circumstance that has kind of pushed them into performing certain roles, right? Because there's expectations from family, there's expectations from work, there's expectations that they've learned from previous partners, right? So this person right now, what they're not saying to you is that they are feeling like, wow, this is real. This is a miracle. I'm feeling very deep things here, but that love that they're feeling, that depth that they're feeling, is also asking them to be more, to step up into something more than what they're used to being. So that is also scaring them in a particular way. Okay, so let's go deeper here. What else? What else is being left unsaid, or that they haven't said to you yet, but they want to? Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, Queen of Swords, Nine of Swords. Because we're getting some mental and emotional turmoil, that's for sure. Queen of Cups, okay. So yes, this person right now is definitely struggling with mental as well as emotional energy towards you, okay? They're trying to find their balance within that mental and emotional. I think their default, what they're really used to, is definitely the mental energy, because this Queen of Swords energy is the central energy that's coming through. So they're used to doing things from their mind, from logic. They're used to being much more dependent on their mind, because that's what makes them feel safe. But see, to me, there's also, that's where the element of that performance comes through, right? Like, you need to kind of like be a certain way. You want to be perceived by the world or perceived by people around you as someone who has it together. That's what they like. That's their comfort zone. Like, they, even when they go through difficult emotional challenges, your person tends to try to find pride in the fact that they can leave it quickly. Okay, they have lived their life with the idea that I am emotionally in control, I'm very logical, I'm very practical. You know, if things get tough, when things get emotionally difficult, I leave. I turn my back on it. That's how I deal with it. You know, like it's almost like they have a certain pride around that. Like but they see it as, I'm being emotionally clean. They don't see it as, I deal with emotional challenges in an authentic way. Again, see, this is why we're getting the word authentic here. This person believes that walking away from difficult emotions or difficult relationships is being authentic. That's them handling it. Okay, so if you guys have been in some sort of silence or separation right now, because of this energy, this person handles their emotional issues by turning their backs to it. They think that's the way to do it. But what they don't realize, and what I think they're realizing now, because with you it's real love, whereas before, when they walked away, it was not real love. It was attachment, it was pleasure, it was casual, it was predictable, right? But you are none of those things, group 2, and that's why this person is stressed now. Nine of Swords. They're feeling a level of stress, sleepless nights, torment that they are not used to feeling. Whether you're in separation or not, it doesn't matter. You are bringing out what is real and authentic in this person, and they are stressed out about it because they are not used to it. Okay, they're not used to it. They're very much coming from this Knight of Pentacles energy. There's somebody who prides themselves on being practical, down to earth, slow moving. They don't jump into things. They're not the most poetic lover. Like, you know, like, they're not the one who's going to read you poetry, write you poetry. They're not going to be standing outside your door playing songs. They think of themselves as practical. They think of themselves as rational. But that is the mask. Right? That is the mask, because underneath there is a lot of emotional energy, and it's directed at you. Okay, they have deep emotional energy. That's what's being left unsaid. That is what they're not yet able to fully confess to, because they are used to being the person who is logical, who is in control, and who deals with emotion by just putting it behind them. Like, that's their answer, right? They don't know quite yet how to work these things through. However, what they're not saying is that you are the first person that makes them not want to turn their back. You are the first person that makes them want to work it out. But that's what's stressful to them. Wow, interesting. Let's see what else is going on here. What else are they not saying, Spirit? Yeah, masculine energy, winter, stuck. Yeah, see, this is what I love. Didn't I say this? That you are the first person that makes them want to process through instead of turn their back. 8 of Cups. You are the first person who is challenging them energetically, emotionally, spiritually, in every way to stand up and say, okay, I'm not going to just make excuses for why I'm stuck. For him or her, because we're, well, getting a lot of masculine energy as well. So take it as it resonates. For whatever this energy is, although for many of you, it is a masculine type of energy, this person, their answer to being stuck is to walk away, not to actually sit and process it and become unstuck. Okay. So this person, this has worked for them in the past, okay? For whatever reason, it has worked for them in the past with other people, other relationships, right? They kind of become cold. And there's a reason why this winter energy came below that 8 of Cups, because that's the same energy, right? They walk away, they become cold, they become distant. That's how they deal with their emotional problems. They don't work through them, they walk away from them. And the way they do that is the deep freeze. Okay, so I feel really bad for you guys if you guys have experienced this person being cold towards you. I feel like this person does that. They become cold because they can't manage or handle their emotions. And then you're like, wait a second, you were so passionate, you loved me so much, like we were so connected, and now you're acting like it's, the North Pole. Why are you acting so cold? And it can be very hurtful. So I feel really bad, you guys, like if you've experienced this person being very cold. But just know this is their coping mechanism, even though it's so hurtful. You don't have to excuse it, you don't have to accept it, but this is what they do. This is what they're not saying to you, is that they don't feel cold towards you. It's not that they stopped loving you. It's not that they are disconnected from you. They're disconnected from the part of themselves that allows them to step into emotional processing. They become 9 of Swords, very, very stressed out because they don't know how to process their emotions and come into this Queen of Cups energy to be authentically in love and open to it without walking away when things get tough. Okay, so what would they say to you? Our love was too intense for me to handle. I needed to break away. See, there you go. Our love was too intense for me to handle. There's the confirmation. I kept up a facade to the world, but you always saw past that into my soul. Oh my gosh, Spirit, look at this. Wow. This is exactly in words what this entire reading has been saying, right? That they keep up a facade. They have a mask that they show to the world. But it's not who they truly are. They feel like they have to give that mask that they're in control. But you've looked past that into their soul. You've seen them in their soul. And because of that, that state of love was so intense to them that maybe they have needed to break away, or they've gone silent because they're trying to figure out how to walk towards this love instead of walking away from it, especially if things got intense. Wow. Okay, so this person's going through a reckoning, and this is good. They needed that because now they have met someone, they've met someone who has changed their life. And that's the process that they're going through right now, the life-changing process. And they will show up when they come to the other side. They will show up with that authenticity. Okay, it's going to require effort, which is the first card we got, but it's coming. Ooh, this one was juicy. Okay, so if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you could do the live or the video recorded. You can also order any of the oracle decks that I've created. Twin Flame Oracles, this one right here. Divine Feminine Entrepreneur is the business, money, and career deck. You can get these with free shipping both on my website as well as Amazon FBA. Make sure you go to livetarot.com and check it all out. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you all on the next one. Beautiful group 3 that chose guidance of the unicorn. as well as Libra, Aries, Cancer, and Aquarius. So let's see. What did they leave unsaid, or what do they want to say to you that they haven't yet so far? We're going to start with Oracle cards. Then we will do your tarot. And stay with me to the end because we'll also be getting channeled messages. What would they actually say, right? Their specific words. We're all mad here. Everyone is a little different. Treasure your loved ones. It is important to love others deeply. Rising above, clarity, freedom, and solution. Choices. Make the best choices. Okay. So I'm getting a very strong and immediate energy of your person having some sort of shame or embarrassment around choices that they've made in their life. And it could even be choices that they made before they met you. Okay, this could definitely be choices they made before they met you. There's something in this person's current reality that they are living out right now that is a very bad consequence of choices they made a long time ago. Okay, so I feel like this person right now, they're going through definitely a dark time where there's a bit of a sense of madness in the sense that they feel like they are trapped in a place that they don't know how to get out of, and it's driving them a little bit crazy. But what they're trying to do is justify it as this is just their situation, and their situation is just, quote, different, okay? Different than everybody else's. But that's just a way of self-soothing, okay? Like I said, there is some situation that they chose before they met you, or some choice that they made that they're locked into. It doesn't have to be a third party, but it could be. But it could be any kind of situation, family obligations, a particular job in a particular region where they're not happy, right? There's so many different scenarios, but whatever that place is that they're locked into right now, it is driving them a little bit crazy. Like as in they feel trapped in that. And from that feeling of being trapped, they treasure you deeply because you are some sort of a sanctuary or an escape from that trap, okay? But that doesn't mean that they want to leave the trap. I think one of the things that they're having a hard time saying to themselves, and that's why they can't say it to you, is they chose this trap a long time ago, but now it's like a cage that they have the key to. You know, it's like they're not in the cage without the key to unlock it. They have the key in their hand, but the choice is, are they going to unlock their own cage? But right now, what they're not saying is that they're almost like acting like they don't have the key. They're acting like, oh no, I'm stuck in this cage. You know, I can't rise above it. It's not my choice, right? They're acting like they don't have a choice, like they can't rise above. It's like they're saying that they want to be this dove that is flying away free, but they themselves are holding themselves in the cage. Okay, so they act like what they're saying, what they're not saying to you is that they're acting like they want to be free, but they're not taking any action or making a choice in order to be free. And that's what's being left unsaid. That is their shame. That is their embarrassment, okay? They pretend that they want to be free from whatever obstacle or situation that is keeping them stuck or that is keeping them from being with you fully. They want to believe, okay, that they're stuck. But that is not the full truth. That is not the full reality, okay? And I feel like The energy that I'm getting from this hand right here, from these hands, is not actually a positive energy. It feels like they are like trapped within the hands of fate, or they feel like they are trapped within the hands of destiny or fate or whatever that cage is. But again, it's a mental concept. It's a mental trap. It's not an actual one. It's not a real one. It's the mental cage that they've created for themselves, where they feel like they are trapped in something that they cannot get out of. And they'll make a bunch of excuses, or they may have already made a bunch of excuses to you as to why they can't get out of it. Okay, and why it keeps them stuck. And why, even though they hate it, like I feel like this person is very good at saying, oh my gosh, I'm going crazy in this cage. Like I hate the situation. I don't want to be in the situation anymore. But yet there they are. Okay, like, you know, it's a lot of talk. But it's a lot of talk in order to distract from lack of action. Okay, it's a lot of talk and excuses in order to distract from a lack of the ability or the courage to make a choice, to make a clean choice. That is what they are leaving unsaid. That is what they don't have the courage to tell you, that, hey, right now I feel like I'm too much of a coward to make a real choice. They don't want to admit that they don't have the courage, they don't have the tenacity, or they don't have what it takes to leave the cage, because even if they hate the cage, and whatever that cage is for your person, it could be anything, right? This is a general reading. So whatever that cage is, they are not telling you that they don't have the courage to leave it, that they're choosing to stay in that cage right now, for at least right now. Let's see, let's go deeper here. What else are they not saying that they wish they could say to group 3? The Magician, 3 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, the Fool. Wow, okay. So yes, this person is stuck in something in their situation, is some sort, like, I feel like, again, it's a caged energy. It's an energy of, I am stuck in something. I want a new beginning, the Fool, but I'm afraid to make the leap. I'm afraid to step off the cliff, because the thing about the Fool is you must have the faith to step off the cliff. And if you don't have the courage to do that, you're never going to meet the reward. And in this case, the reward is you. Okay? So right now, this person feels very much like they are central energy here, 5 of Pentacles. They are shut out right now from what they want. So I wouldn't be surprised if right now this person feels mad love for you, because we're getting the word mad here. We're all mad. So I feel like they are madly in love with you, but yet they are shutting themselves out of that love deliberately. Okay, they're claiming it's other reasons, but the true reason that is being unsaid here is that they are disqualifying themselves from your love, from your presence, from everything they want. They are the ones who are holding themselves out. They are out in the cold, but nobody else is doing this to them except for them. And that is the internal reckoning. That is the internal storm that they have to deal with. Okay, that they're gonna have to come out of, because it's doing 2 things. One is that it's breaking their own heart, 3 of Swords. It's breaking them. This sense of being stuck, of keeping themselves away from you deliberately, because they're in some sort of cage. Now, like I said, that cage could be mental, it could be emotional, it could just even be physical, right? Whatever that cage is that they're stuck in is breaking their heart, it's breaking their mind, it's completely shattering them. But again, they're choosing that pain. they're choosing that pain, the loss of you, the keeping themselves away from you, away from your love, away from your light, away from your healing, everything that you bring. It's almost like a self-punishment. It's like a form of masochism. They are suffering right now because they feel like they should, because they feel like they ought to suffer. But I feel like for some of you, the reason for that is because this person has some sort of a martyr complex. Okay, they feel like love is earned through suffering somehow, or they like the ache of that love, but they don't have the courage to fully step into it, so they're okay with the ache, the torment of it. Okay, right now they're living in the torment of loving you but not fully having you. And that in itself sometimes is a mental state that people don't know how to surpass. And I feel like for your person, the reason we're getting this image right here of a mother and child is because there's something in this person's upbringing, the way that they were raised, the family that they were in, that taught them that love is suffering. Okay, that you have to suffer for love, you have to earn it, you have to ache for it, you have to be tormented for it, otherwise it's not real love. That's the energy I'm getting from this person, that they torment for it. And then underneath that torment is their deep desire to manifest you. Like they want you, they want to be able to hold you, they want to be able to be with you, they want to be able to have that love, but it's like they keep it just far enough away that it doesn't feel satisfying, so they can feel that ache. I know it sounds so crazy, group 3. I know it sounds so crazy, but this is more common than you think. This is more common than you think. And for some of you, this is not for everybody. The reason why one of the cages, or one of the main reasons why they're doing this, is because there's some sort of a third party. Okay, they feel emotionally or materially obligated or responsible for somebody else, whether it's a bad marriage, whether it's a child that needs their attention of any age, even an adult, because they may have gone through a difficult divorce, or it may be a parent that is manipulative. It doesn't matter, or like a family obligation. But one of the reasons they're giving themselves is because there's some sort of, again, a cage that they perceive that they're in, but they do have the key to unlock that cage. It's a choice they're making. Okay, but they're acting like it's not a choice because there's something satisfying in the torment of loving you but not fully having you. Okay, it makes them feel noble. It makes them feel like they're suffering for your love while they're fulfilling their other noble responsibility, if that makes sense. What else is going on here? What else is being left unsaid? Community. See? Marriage. There you go. Home. Transformation. There you go. Okay, so this person right now, they know that in order to have you, in order to fully step into this love, okay, to rise above, get clarity, to rise above the cage or rise above their situation, to fully fly free, that we see here with this dove, to make the right choice to be with you, is going to require a transformation. It's going to require a breakthrough in the way that they look at love, in the way that they look at their life and their current situation. And under this 3 of Cups, we have marriage. So for some of you, this person is currently married, or you are, or you both are. And that's part of what they're dealing with. It could be an active marriage right now. It could be somebody that they're still legally married to, but they're very unhappy. Or it could be a living situation where it's like there's nothing going on between them, but they're still financially tied, or tied through like a house or like a living place. Or it could just be somebody that they are committed to, but it's some sort of a real commitment, but they're not happy. But again, they're acting as if it's a cage, right? But it's a cage that they could say no to, right? That they could come out of, because they feel that you are their true home. That's the other thing they're not saying. And that is why we're getting this 5 of Pentacles as the central energy. They feel like right now they're locked out of their true home because their true home is with you. Even though they're choosing the cage, wherever they're at right now does not feel like their real home. In their mind, in their heart, emotionally, spiritually, whoever they're with or whatever other situation they're in is not their real home. Their real home is with you. And because if they're not with you right now, they feel completely locked out of that. But again, that's the choice they're making because it's the suffering. Okay, it's the suffering that makes them feel noble. They're suffering for you. But underneath that, they know that they can't just do that forever. If they truly want to have you and they want to come out of that suffering, then they have to transform the situation. And part of maybe what is holding them back could be some sort of other people's opinions. Okay. It could have to do with family opinion, community opinion, their reputation. They don't want to look like the bad guy. They don't want to look like the bad girl. There's something there about being affected by other people's opinions as well. Okay. So this person is under pressure from themselves. Like they have to be willing to lose you forever because you're not going to put up with this, or they're going to have to step up and transform, and they're going to have to make choices. Real ones, because I feel like this person is staying in this energy in order to not make a choice, right? Because they don't want to make the choice, because it's too scary to make the choice. It's easier to stay in the torment of, oh, I miss you, oh, I want you, but look at me, I'm stuck in this. So I feel like this person, as they get to a point, what I find very hopeful though is that they are going to come out of this, because ultimately at the end of the day, they don't want to lose you. Okay, so they are slowly inching their way towards true transformation, and they're inching their way towards finally this fool's energy of having that new beginning with you, taking that leap of faith off that cliff. But it's going to come from your standards, right? Your standards that say, you know what, I'm not going to deal with any kind of nonsense. If you want me, you got to come. You got to come to me. You got to come to me clean. You got to be willing to step off that cliff and start this new chapter with me. And I feel like, yeah, it's, like they're trying to resist it, but they're coming. They're coming because ultimately your standard of not accepting anything less than their full commitment is going to make them transform, because they know it's either that or they're going to lose you. So what would they say to you? I knew you were right, but couldn't admit it to myself or you. See, they know you're right. They know that your standards are right. They know that you deserve a full commitment. I'm trying to move on, but thoughts of you still linger and I can't control them. See? So they may even be trying to deny this. Like I said, they like the torment. They like the ache. They try to pretend that they're moving on, but they're not going to. They're not going to. Your standards are going to bring this person back for sure. Okay, so if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you can do the live or the video recorded. You can also order any of the oracle decks that I've created. Twin Flame Oracle is this one right here. Divine Feminine Entrepreneur is the business, money, and career deck. They're available with free shipping either on my website or Amazon FBA. So make sure you go to livetarot.com. All the links are in the box below. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe. Give this video a like. It really supports me in the channel. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you all on the next one.